fuzzy things, like homeless people. I just love them. I used to always give a homeless guy $1 if I saw him, like maybe if he had a cute sign or if he'd combed his beard really good or shined up a shopping cart. Give him $1. And then my friend told me, don't give homeless people that $1. He said, because if you give a homeless person $1, it's like feeding a dog from the table. Which I thought was kind of harsh. But true, because it just teaches them to beg, I guess. So now I don't give homeless people money anymore. Now I keep a rolled up newspaper in the car. Yeah, they come up to my window, I'm like, no! Off! Bad. I don't know, maybe that's not for you. Maybe you're a cat person, you keep a squirt bottle, like, scat! Off! No! I was thinking about it, though. I think homeless has its perks, you know? Like, homeless people don't get DUIs. And that's something the rest of us sometimes have to worry about. I mean, I don't drink that much. I really tried to get through that one. Oh, next time. No, so, and if you're gonna drink, you know, and you have a car, then you always have to do, they say that you can calculate this based upon different factors. But once you're drinking, that's some complex math, you know? And so for me, after a couple drinks in, it turns into a story problem from elementary school that I can't solve. One minute I'm on a bar stool having a great time. The next minute I'm like, crap, I just had 4 rum and cokes in 2 hours. I weigh 128 pounds. I gotta drive 18 miles. If I have 2 Taco Bell tacos, by the time I get pulled over... What am I gonna blow to get out of a DUI? Now you can put your own dirty tag at the end of that one. The answer is the cop. I think everybody's had what you call an almost DUI, and it's good for us because it reminds us not to drink and drive, and it happens early. Like, I was 22 years old, and I had my almost DUI. Got a couple people with DUIs going, almost would have been nice. I wish they could almost take it off my record. I remember I was 22 years old. I should have had a DUI. I was completely drunk. I was leaving this concert, let's say, and I get in my car, drunk as a skunk, and pull an illegal U-turn right into another car, just... Uh-oh. Right, I should have had a DUI. The only reason I didn't get a DUI is because the driver of the other car was also drunk. Yeah, so we both jump out of the car. Hey, I'm drunk. Don't call the cops. You're drunk. I'm drunk. Dodged a bullet on that one. Thank God for drunk drivers. You know a pretty good test to to tell if you're too drunk to drive? If you get in your car and your GPS lady sounds hammered.
Oh, it's frustrating though, it really is, because like I said, you know I used to be faster, right? So like this last game we played, this girl beat me twice. She scored on me. Fortunately, we won the game, but I just couldn't catch her. She just got away from me because I couldn't catch her, and I was so pissed, because I know 20 years ago I'd have caught her. I would have. 20 years ago, she'd have been 4. That all you got? Punk? I'm one of the smaller women on the team, but I think if you try really hard, if you give 110% on every single play, you give it all you got, size doesn't matter, right, guys? I just like to watch the guys when I do that joke, because they're never sure if they should laugh or not, you know? They're always like, if I laugh, does that mean I have a big one or a little one? I don't know. Some athletes that are very small but very impressive to me are cheerleaders, you know? Because they got to do all those jumps, they got to do all those flips, they got to spell. You know, they're always out there spelling stuff with their bodies. You know, give me a T, give me an E. Don't you feel sorry for Chinese cheerleaders? Give me a chow. Give me a wang. It's okay. Been there, done that. No, I don't. Oh, my. Yeah, the athletes today, we play by NFL rules, which is great, because when you play by NFL rules, any crimes that you commit off the field get thrown out of court. They're so disappointing, but what I find more disappointing than the athletes are when they do stuff that's stupid and get caught. The worst part is the lame excuses they give. And the epitome, the worst, lamest excuse ever given in the history of the world had to be when Sammy Sosa got busted corking his bat. Do you remember what he said? He said, it was his, right, he didn't know, it was his practice bat. It was his practice bat. Okay, it's your practice, illegal bat. I'll have to remember that one. I'm sorry, officer, this is my practice pot. I thought it was Marlboro, it was marijuana. I grabbed the wrong one. Well, I'll tell you this, I got pulled over on the way to the airport last time I left to go to a gig. Got pulled over on the way to the airport. I freaked out. I'm sorry, officer, I'm a comedian, I went to the airport, I gotta get out of here. Wait a minute, you're a comedian? I said, uh-huh. He said, all right, get out of the car, stand up and tell me a joke. If you make me laugh, I'll let you go. True story, swear to God. So I swear to God. And I did that Chinese cheerleader thing, right? And I did the whole thing. I did the chow and the wang, and he laughed and let me go, I swear, and that's so cool, right? But then I'm thinking later, man, I wonder what those cars driving by must have thought. You know, I don't think I could pass that drunk test.
I've had a great day so far. I've had a great day. I ran into an old acquaintance, and by acquaintance I mean arch rival. And it was awesome. She'd clearly gained at least 6 pounds. It made my day. I don't know what it is about women like us, but nothing makes us happier than seeing someone we hate gain weight, right? Seriously, like, it's a cause for celebration. You call up everyone you know, guess who got fat? Right? That crazy voice comes out in your head. You're like, you know, the crazy voice, it's like, yes, she got fat. Surely this means good things for me, right? I know when I'm having a rough day, like, I send onto Facebook, start flipping through all the bitches I hated in high school. Fat, fat, fat. Too much excitement for one day. Men don't do that, right? Because men aren't jerks. Men will just, like, if they run into a guy that they used to know and he's put on a little weight, they're like, hey, what happened to your six-pack? And he's like, traded it in for a keg. Ugh. You know how they do. It's fun stuff. So she gained at least 6 pounds, but that's not the best part. She was wearing shape-ups. Okay, shape-ups are embarrassing. When you wear shape-ups, you're basically announcing to the world, like, I know I gotta get in shape. And I want to, I do, I want to tone up, but I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna put on my magic shoes instead. Right? And you can't keep it a secret. There's nothing secretive about those shoes. Like, Skechers didn't even need to make billboards. Those shoes themselves are billboards. So that was wonderful. But you know, like, I guess whatever, she's trying to keep in shape. That's important. It's important. My biggest thing with doing that is I have a sweet tooth. A big sweet tooth. So for me, like, the most challenging thing is dealing with that. But lately I've discovered those new dessert flavored yogurts. Have you guys seen these? Not even frozen yogurt, the real yogurt, the healthy stuff. They've got key lime pie, cheesecake, right? Black forest cake they have, red velvet cake. I had that the other day. After I ate it, though, I realized it was just vanilla yogurt I'd read, but it was good. As I was eating my yogurt, I was reading the label, as one does, and I noticed on there it said, this product contains live and active cultures, right? Now, I've always known that yogurt contains living bacteria, but it's the word active that gets me. Like, how active are we talking? Are these bacteria in there, like, running the 100-millimeter dash? Because that's pretty active. If they're doing that, that probably means they're pooping in my yogurt. Or maybe they mean like active in the community. Maybe the bacteria are like giving back to the underprivileged bacteria. It's nice. Of course, that one kind of implies there's like a class system, right? And I don't think I've ever really tasted the slums of yogurt, so I don't know. Maybe they mean sexually active. When I take a bite of yogurt, are those bacteria like getting it on in my mouth? Surely that means like I've ingested a few, fetus bacteria, which is really small. That's like microscopic squared. It's not good. And what about the word culture? What does that mean? Are there like little French bacteria in my yogurt, like little German bacteria? It's hilarious. And does the color of the yogurt have anything to do with the type of culture inside? Because if that's the case, I feel really guilty for eating that berry vanilla the other day. And the lemon meringue pie. And the Black Forest cake. Red velvet. I do. Saw a good friend of mine, he's a vegetarian. I saw him eating yogurt the other day, and I was like, whoa, buddy. Call yourself a vegetarian? Thought you didn't eat anything that moved. If you were a real vegetarian, you'd take that spoon out of your mouth, get your butt down to PetSmart, right? Buy a nice tank, maybe some stones, hamster wheel. Give that thing a nice environment. That's what a real vegetarian would do. It's people that are animal obsessed. You guys all have dogs. I heard that. I hope none of you guys know those couples that have been together forever, but they don't have kids. But they're like, well, our dogs are our kids. Our dogs are our kids. But then they have no problem letting the dog like watch them have sex, right? They're like, oh, Butterball will just sit there next to the bed. He's so funny. He loves to watch. And what kind of person names their kid Butterball, right? Like, thank God it's not a human kid. That's what I think. I did have a dog growing up. I had a dog that loved to chase the mailman. Poor guy. I don't think it helped with his stress or his depression. Apparently, he was a really depressed guy. I guess that's a thing with mailmen, postal workers in general. They just hate their jobs. I think they're just disappointed because it doesn't live up to the hype, right? Because when you're a kid and you're a sponge and all you hear is, huh, you don't look like your dad. Bet you look like the mailman. Probably think that is the coolest job ever, right? Go door to door delivering packages. Every house has an open slot. It's just awesome. But then you grow up though and you realize that's just silly because who in their right mind would sleep with a mailman? Women love men in uniform, but not shorts. So, not shorts. And surely I can think of a worse job than a mailman, right? They're babies. What about hotel maid off the top of my head? That's worse. Would you rather go door to door and not get laid or go door to door and clean up after all the other people that got laid? It's clearly worse. Clearly worse. I've actually only seen a hotel maid smile once. She was dead and I took my fingers and that's what happened. So I have a Netflix waiting at home, actually, on the topic of mail, and I can't wait to watch it. It's that movie, The Karate Kid. Have you guys seen it, the remake that came out last year? I've got to see this thing. Because right now I'm confused. It's what does a black kid need to learn karate for, right? Doesn't he have a gun? I read what it was about. It's a black kid gets beat up by a bunch of Asians. It's is this fantasy? So I'm looking forward to watching that.
Oh, the music just stopped abruptly. I was about to jam. What's up, you guys? How you doing? Yeah. I don't care if you like me or you hate me, what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. To me, size does matter. There's nothing better than a big, thick, juicy girl. That's all I'm saying. I love big, thick, juicy girls. Where you at? Let me hear you. Where you at? One honest person over here. I see you, gorditas. I see you. Oh, look, big, thick, juicy girls. Skinny girls, I know you're beautiful, and I just can't get busy with you. Sorry. It's too painful. It's like boiking a bicycle. It's just, it's like a handlebar here. You're like, I can't do it. People say, oh, well, you know, you grew... A table full of skinny girls that are bitter. Because I can't see from up here, but you know. Yeah, I am a lesbian, sir. Don't look all crazy confused, you know? Don't look at me that way. I wear my combat boots here. Hello, it's a sign. It's a sign. There were signs my whole life. My mother was like, I didn't know. I'm like, how do you not know? I used to run around pretending to be the Fonz. How do you not know? Remember the Flintstones vitamins? My brother used to fight to eat Dino, and I wanted to eat Wilma, okay? How do you not know? I had a crush on Marianne from Gilligan's Island. Marianne? Okay, I would have traded all my G.I. Joes for just one taste of that coconut cream pie any day. And Charlie's Angels, remember Charlie's Angels? The old school shark Charlie's Angels with Cheryl Ladd when she went to Hawaii and she like vaulted out of the water all wet, all dripping wet. My sister was all like, when I grow up, I want breasts like those. I'm like, yeah, me too. On my face, but that's a different story. People are all like, oh, it must have been really hard that you grew up gay. You grew up gay. I'm like, yeah, it's hard I grew up gay. But I grew up gay and Mexican, okay? Gay and I know, I'm a pale-skinned Mexican. You're like, what the hell? I mean, yeah. I've heard all the names. I've heard Casper. I've heard Powder. I'm gay and Mexican. It was just really, 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 really hard. Because I just didn't grow up just any kind of Mexican. I mean, I grew up like super Mexican, like, what am I supposed to do sitting around the dinner table being all like, Mommy, Papi, guess what? I don't like giving Hummers. I like to yodel in the canyon. Pass the salt. My mom probably wouldn't even know what that was. Hummers? Pues I made tacos. You want that? Go get takeout. I actually came out to my mother first. My mother was all freaking out. She was like, pero qué mortificaciones, because of your father, because of the drinking. Oh my God, Santa Maria, like freaking out, all lighting candles to the Virgin, praying the rosary, you know. My dad was a different story. My dad was like, Mija, ven. Why you like girls? I'm all, Papi, why do you? Okay.
I moved here a little while ago, and I love New York because it's very different from any other city, which I'm sure you know, because it's very vibrant and it's full of energy, right? And we celebrate the holidays like nobody else. And I love the holidays because with the holidays come the Charlie Brown specials. You love Charlie Brown, right? He's so great because it's like watching Maury Povich. He's a 7-year-old who's balding. You're like, it's not me, thank God. You know, he's great. And I, like all Jewish people, love the Charlie Brown Christmas special because I love a good Christmas carol. They're upbeat, right? You guys are jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Where are the gays? They're gonna come stand up and rush the stage. They're like, oh my God, she can sing. I love the Charlie Brown Christmas special because that is the most upbeat. Okay, who wrote the music for that special? That is the most give me a bottle of Tylenol PM, throw me in the bathtub with the toaster music I've ever heard in my life, right? You know it. I think I'll take this tree. Oh my God, it's horrifying, and it haunts me. It's like my theme song. I'm not kidding. I moved to New York a few years back. I was so excited to be here. You know when you get here, you're so green and full of hope, you know? I moved here, I was like, I'm in New York, I'm gonna be on Broadway. I just got an MFA in acting, I'm gonna get my own sitcom. I'm not going to LA, but for now, I'm gonna work at this little gay piano bar in the West Village, give some drinks to some gay boys. You know, I'll work there 6-8 months tops. 13 years later. Cosmo. Put your junk back in your pants, sir, please. Yeah, and then of course my agent calls me. They're like, Poppy, we have the best audition for you. I was like, really? What is it? Like Curb Your Enthusiasm? Some sort of like improv thing where I can use my acting degree? The Biggest Loser. You're fat. Anybody watch that? Biggest Loser? Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Right, it's a good show.
So I live in New York and I have a car there, which is like my own reality show, Survivor. I put 30,000 miles on that car looking for a spot. That's a show. I actually drove from New York up to the East Coast, up to Maine, and I got pulled over by a state trooper up in the upper, I don't know if anybody lives up in the upper East Coast. Well, the state troopers have these crazy hats up there. They look like pastry chefs. Have you seen them? Yeah, he pulled me over. I thought he was bringing me donuts. Wouldn't you? I'm Jewish. I asked for a bagel and a schmear, but you know. So you know what he says to me? Did you know your back tail light is out? Unless I'm running behind my car. How would I know? And then he went to give me a ticket. I said, why don't you give the guy behind me a ticket? He's been on the phone the whole time. He should have called, don't you think? It's so dangerous now. People on the phone, they're watching movies. What the hell's next? They're going to be cooking on the way somewhere? Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm sauteing. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a fax. It's all crazy, all traveling. Now the airlines, you don't know, every week they change the rules. It was bad enough when you couldn't bring weapons, wasn't it? I hated that change. Now you can't bring makeup and moisturizer. I'm like, look at me. I need makeup. I get on a plane without makeup. That's terrorism. But you can bring makeup and moisturizer if it's in a baggie. When did a baggie become terrorist-proof? It's all of a sudden handing out baggies. I'm like, who was behind the last threat? Glad? Who? I have a gun, but it's in a baggie. Okay, get on. I got pulled over when I was coming here. I'm like, what are there, a lot of planes hijacked by 5'2" Jewish women? Are we taking them down? I said, so what if I hijack the plane? Where do you think we're going? Boca. Who doesn't want to go to Florida, seriously? So she pulls me over, she's looking through my bag, and I'm thinking, what the hell do I have in there? But then she found something I was looking for, so that was handy. And then I said, could you come to my house? There's a sweater I can't find. And she pulls out my little nail clippers. She goes, we can't let you on the plane with nail clippers. I go, yeah, there's a weapon of mass destruction right there. I'm gonna walk right on that plane and go, let me in the cockpit. Let me in. Don't get too close, I'll give you a manicure. Let me in. We are going to Boca.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's good to be back in LA. I live in New York City now, and LA is so fake. It's true, right? It's so fake I can't even imagine myself standing here right now. That's how fake it is. I had to get a car from Hertz, which I feel like is a great name for a car rental company, right? Hertz. A little sexist too, maybe, I don't know. I do Uber in New York City. I don't have a car there, but I don't do Lyft, right? Something about getting into a Lyft car, I don't know, like I just don't trust it. I don't trust anything that has a mustache and can't spell. Just won't do it. Yeah, people here can't drive very well. I felt like I was living here too long when this guy let me through traffic, right? And I paused and I thought, what does he really want from me? What does he really want? I don't know, I get recognized a lot. It's weird, like people do a double take when they see me, they like stare at me, and I think it's because I used to be in a band. Some of you might have heard of us before. We were called the Marching Band. So weird, I still get recognized. I was a flautist. I feel like people too, when they see me, they think that like maybe I look a little entitled, a little bit, and it's because I am. It's because I am. I'm also part Indian. My cousins hail from Cleveland. It's true. Yep. Yep. This guy in LA recently was like, gee, Jennifer, you look a lot better than the last time I saw you. I was like, gee, that's such a backhanded compliment, but I'll take it. So if you guys don't find my humor funny tonight, maybe I'll look pretty on the outside. That was an inside joke. That's an inside joke. I don't know, dating's weird for me. I got asked out by a black guy, true story. He was like, I've never dated a white girl before, so would you like to have some cottage cheese? I was like, what? Cottage cheese? I think I might have yeast infection, actually, so You're in luck. That's really gross. Yeah, that's my dirty joke. Sorry if you're eating. Sorry. And then this guy messaged me on Facebook, and he was like, "Hey Jennifer, I haven't seen you in a while." This guy I used to date, right? And he was like, "Send me some private, sexy naked photos." I was like, "What?" He works for the NSA now. So I was like, "Don't you already have them? Like, can't you already see them? What are you talking about?" I would tell another NSA joke, but I feel like they've heard them already, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'm very excited. I met a new guy. Yes, a dentist. Oh yeah, new guy, dentist. We met up. He wants to see me again. He gave me his phone number. He wants me to call him for a follow-up. So looking forward to that. Gonna floss before my date. So I'm also an actress. As you can see, it's going really well. It's going great. Oh yeah. I recently booked a role. Very excited. Playing dead hooker number 3. Yeah. It was a really hard role for me though, you guys. I had to lay down in a dark alley, right? I had to play dead. It was a stretch for me, the role. It's a stretch. The hardest thing about it was not being able to open my mouth and speak, however. So you can catch me on CSI Cincinnati for that, coming out soon. Very exciting, very exciting. God, I said the N-word on stage the other day. Oh, that was bad. Nepotism. That was bad. I feel like technology's taking over, right? There's all these passwords, like I can't remember them all. There's like way too many. And I do like the secret question though. My favorite one is, who was your best friend in high school? Because I'll never forget that two-faced, ugly, stupid, fat floozy's name. How to say floozy for this taping. Never forget that password. A lot of people give out unsolicited advice, you know what I mean? People just like tell you what to do. I hate that, right? But here's the thing, you guys, you don't have to listen to them, okay? But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Do you guys like impressions? Okay, all right, here we go. I'm working on this. That was called posing a threat. Still working on it. Still working on it. I get deja vu a lot. I don't know what that is. Do you guys get that? I get that a lot. I feel like it's a retransable. If you don't know what that word means, it's because I just made it up. I'm also, I came out actually on Facebook. I'm a bisexual. I came out of both closets. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. No, really. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. A lot of people are like, you're not bi. You're just confused. Or you're just, you know, doing it for attention. You're just gay. I'm like, no, I'm just horny. Okay? That's all it is. I'm an equal opportunist. It's weird, though. Like, I'm single. I thought I would be married by now with the whole legalization of gay marriage. Like, I thought I would double my chances of getting married, right? But instead, I just feel twice as bad. So, it's crazy. I have a friend here tonight, a new friend. He's very supportive. It's good that he's here. But I feel bad for him. He feels like nobody believes in him, you know? So I want to make him feel better. Anyone here believe in ghosts? Anyone? Anyone believe in ghosts? Okay, good. Like one person. He feels a little better now. That's good. Thanks. So.
Oh, man. I actually had somebody come up to me after a show and say, you know, I could tell you had a girlfriend by the way your hair looked. I was like, man, by the way my hair looked, I didn't get the memo. I didn't really know you could tell. I mean, okay, I knew a mullet was a no-no, but besides that, I didn't really know, and it confused me. Because it's not like I walk into Fantastic Sam, sit down in the chair and say, you know, I don't know what I want to do today, but can you please make sure it looks like I have a girlfriend when I walk out of here? No, you know what this hair is a result of? The fact that no one walks out of Fantastic Sam's happy. Yeah. Fantastic Sam, Supercuts, it's all the same thing. 4 or 5 hairdressers, only one good one. Yeah. It's like the Russian roulette of hair cutting, you know? You walk in, you put your name on the list, you're like, oh yeah, it'll be 15, 20 minutes, go ahead and have a seat. We'll call you when we're ready. You turn back to have a seat back here, there's a bunch of grown-ass people back here doing Hail Marys and praying, saying, please, please, just let me have the one good hairdresser. Not gonna happen. There's a guy over there in the corner with a calculator saying, if I divide by 2, that guy has a buzz cut, that guy has a heart attack. I have a 1 in 10 chance of getting someone that does not suck. Not gonna happen, no. And call me silly, I think it's completely okay to judge how good a hairdresser's gonna be by the way their hair looks. Yeah, my hairdresser always comes to get me. She's got the blonde hair and the one pink dyed strip going down the back of her hair, you know? She looks like she's watched one too many VH1. I love the 80s specials. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be fun. And then they walk you down that aisle or whatever they call it to that chair that they pump you up in, you know? I like to refer to it as the torture chamber. And they sit you down in that torture chamber and I don't know what happens, but your hairstylist no longer knows the standard unit of measurement. No, you're up there, you're like, yeah, let's take a 1/4 of an inch off, not much. They're up there screwing around with your hair for like 15 or 20 minutes. You're looking down going, if you're cutting my hair, shouldn't hair be falling? Yeah, they're not doing a damn thing. Then you make the cardinal sin of going in there and say, let's take a 1/2 inch off. You're getting a buzz cut. I did that once. I was like, let's take a 1/2 inch off. I'm driving home, looking in the rearview mirror going, that's odd. I can't normally see my scalp. At the end, they always ask, do you like it? Run your fingers through it. Do you like your haircut? And I'm always polite to a fault. But just once, I want to say what I'm really thinking, which is, oh my gosh, you're gifted. Truly gifted. And it would be even better if today was the haircut that was the special that came with the free paper bag. And bonus if the eye holes are already cut into it. I'm just saying. It'd work. I got to get the heck out of here, but I got one last thing for you guys. I have a really awesome dog. I do. He's amazing. Everybody loves my dog. They always come up to me. They're like, you know, if I believed in reincarnation, I'd want to come back as your dog. I'm like, really? I don't want to step on your life's ambitions, but his favorite snack is cat crap. Thank you, guys. My name's Rhiannon Hawkins.